Okay, guys, welcome to the video. Hello, world. We're going to.
Oh, that's you.
And if it's only 6 cars, like
No, it's gonna be more than 6 cars. All right. So, he hasn't numbered them.
no.
He's fired. I think he's doing his intro right now. Getting his peeps up. Oh, he's doing a YouTube video. We'll build it on this line. See, he needs a shunting engine.
The tier 2 does most of the work, and the tankers believe it or not.
So
Tier 2 does a lot of work. So you
I
might
say
wanna...
we build our train right here on this line right here.
Okay.
But you didn't number your cars, so I can't write down numbers.
Yeah, I can't fix that right now, so
Yeah.
I'll fix it tomorrow.
Oh, that's no biggie. So we want one of these.
Now put the lightest cars in the back, so
That's gonna be.
the tier 2 cars, maybe.
You're not gonna are you hand railing them, or are you gonna use a loco to move them?
No, let's use a loco. Let's do some shunting. Why not, right?
I would think the log cars would be in the back, wouldn't they?
I think logs weigh more than the lumber.
Yeah,
logs are like 9,000 a car.
Well, from what Savage was saying,
yeah, I think
logs are 25. Because he looked it up. He's 25,000 a
car. We need to get 2 logs. Is this a runaround track? No.
Yes, it is. I have a runner.
The cars run on stubs.
What do you mean?
They end. These tracks end.
Yeah, all those tracks end. Just the last track is a runaround. You know what I'll do? You grab a loco and you make up a train on the last track, and I'll make up a train on the first track.
Identify the last track and the first track.
First track is the one I'm standing on. If you can see me, they're closer to the tankers.
Okay, this is the first track.
Yeah, tankers are track 2.
Yep.
So where the tankers are, that's track 2, track 3, track 4.
Right.
Let's get some.
I'll run some switches if once I get in. I'll run switches for folks.
I think it's cool if you have 2 tankers, and every time you go up to the oil field, or to the coal mine, since they're right next to each other, right? Yeah, you got to pick up oil because, like, the oil is. You have to pick up and move a lot of oil.
Yeah.
Let's see, we are here.
And if everybody's got the same train,
right,
oil can fill up no problem.
That's what I'm thinking.
It puts everybody on the main line.
Right.
You got a brake set, right?
They probably do. Feels like it.
I'm back.
Are you?
Are you still buried?
No.
Are you in the ground?
I was.
Did you get out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We left you buried. We were protecting you.
Keeping you safe.
All right, so I'm going to put a hopper after the tankers.
Okay.
And only one train really needs to have the boxcar.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are all these trains derailed for you guys?
No.
No. That happens. I don't know why that happens.
They're all derailed for me.
It was like that on the mini map a couple.
Yeah, when we the shunting puzzle, remember?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Okay, so
Backing up.
Stop rolling.
which one you going to?
The hopper.
I got hoppers flying everywhere.
Hey, if you add a call from me and I don't answer, that means I'm eating.
Okay.
My dinner.
After that one, what are you grabbing?
Are you coupling this for me?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question. What should I grab next?
I got a hopper in the air.
Boxcar.
No, we're not going to take the boxcar. But the boxcar,
Get it out of the way.
yeah, take the boxcar out of the way for sure.
Okay, hang on.
Are you at spawn point or?
I'm assuming. I think we only need one hopper, right?
One of these.
I don't know. Should I take one or two?
I wouldn't do more than one per train.
All right, let's.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm taking. We'll start with one. We'll see how the flow goes.
Okay, so now which one are we grabbing next?
Now, granted, this is not the most efficient way of doing this. What am I grabbing next? I don't know. I got to get out of the way so that Joe can move the boxcar, and then I guess I'll grab two logging cars.
Is you all disconnected, Joe?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, you're hooked up to the logging
Yeah,
cart.
I'm putting the flat cars over on the on track 1.
Okay. I'll run the switches for you guys.
Oh, so you're gonna bring that whole train out then?
No, I'm just bringing out 3 cars.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you was getting my switch.
Which one do you want?
Well, I had to get off this track first.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
I ran past it. I'll get you to back onto the. Oh.
And then on track 1, I'm dropping off the back 2 cars.
Yep. When you get past here.
This ought to be really interesting.
Come on, you can go faster than that.
You got 2.
So, TL Hart, when you say you had to uninstall RROx, is that the old one? Or the new one you had to uninstall and download it again?
Okay.
Because we all had to do that.
Push it back.
No, I'm trying. She ain't wanting to go.
Okay.
You missed the switch.
No, I didn't.
No, track 1 was the straight back track.
Yeah, that's why I flipped.
No, directly behind me. We're going down the spur.
Okay, go ahead a little bit. So you're going to where the tankers are?
Track 1 is...
I'm going to the track to the left of the tankers.
Okay. Hang on.
Track 1 is the track to the east.
Hang on. Don't move.
Why? No, back here.
Oh my god, you're coming straight for me, dude.
I see it.
I caught.
Go straight back.
Straight back.
Straight
That's
back.
what I thought.
There we go.
Okay.
Now we're good.
Okay, now. I'm going to just unpin it.
All right, unpin it.
Okay.
Now you can pull forward. He'll coast it.
Yep.
I'll get the switch. Which one are you going to next?
I'm the
You should grab 2 tankers, right?
Well, I want the tankers in the front, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm building the train backwards.
Oh, you're building the train backwards. I'm building it by, yeah, I'm building it the other way.
Yeah, I
So
need
you're
the
set-
2 flat
you're
cars.
set-
I need flat cars.
You're set beside the.
Alright.
Come into the one beside the tanker.
Besides,
I'm gonna put the hot.
no, I'm just gonna leave it there because he's got to go back there.
You're keeping that
yeah, I'm
box
keeping
car.
the box car.
What
I
are you
just need to
after?
hook up- Huh?
What are you after?
Flat cars,
The
tier 2s.
tier 2. Okay.
I
Okay,
just
come
gotta
on.
figure out where the
Hang on.
cordwood
Hang on.
fits into this line at. It didn't flip.
Yeah, I saw that.
There we go.
Hang on, I gotta get the pin.
I'm gonna put the Heisler in the engine shed
All right.
just to get it out of the way, so we can pick up those cars.
How many are you grabbing?
2.
Okay, so you.
Or do we need 3? No.
2. I would go with 2.
Go ahead.
I'm on the wrong track.
Yep. You gotta pull ahead.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
Do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Turn that brake off of that freaking box car.
Okay. Where is it? There it is.
It's up on top.
Oh, I never
Blowing me down.
set the passenger train in motion. We have to do that.
Okay. Now you're coming back, right?
Yep.
Oh, the passenger train's over here. I forgot.
One car. Really slowed down there.
Ah, too much brake.
You stop it.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's loud.
That's
Half a car. Quarter car.
so funny.
You want 2 of them, right?
Yep.
Chicken burrito, baby.
There you go. Now what are you after?
They need to go on track 1.
I guess we can't both build a train at the same time. Can you back?
Be doing it the way I'm doing it.
Well, you know what? Back up all the way onto
Yep.
track 1 so that I can...
Get in. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to back up to the cordwood cars.
You're hooking to these cars, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You good to come back? Hang on.
As soon as he clears the switch, throw it so I can get to the cordwood cars.
Because I got to figure out. So you're doing the cordwood cars after the hoppers?
I guess.
All right.
It really doesn't matter. It kind of doesn't matter. I guess I should put the log cars next. You threw the switch
Too soon.
too soon.
Oh.
You gotta
slow.
wait for him to be completely clear.
There was a car back there that I was about to ram into.
Push it.
I'm pushing.
Did it re-rail itself?
Yeah.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get away with it.
That was.
This,
Let me check my switch there.
wow.
Flip the switch for me, Iron Eye.
Who keeps hitting it?
I didn't hit it.
I didn't hit it.
I don't think I hit it. I hovered over it, but I didn't hit it.
I didn't
There.
hit it.
There.
All right. And I'm going to go in and get... I already threw the switch. No, I threw the wrong switch.
Whoops.
Let me pull up. I want to get the log cars.
Yeah.
You grab the switch. Get me into the log cars.
Log carts?
Yeah. Tier 1.
Okay. Come on.
Wait. Good.
Okay, come on. There's that. Yeah.
I did the other one already. Since you were busy.
Well, you want the log cars.
Yeah, 2 of them. And then now Joe can pull out and grab his next 2 cars.
Okay. Here. Let's start slowing down. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm coming. Half a car. Touching.
So who's blowing whistles?
Not I, said the goose.
It was me.
There you go. And what are you grabbing, Joe?
Cordwood.
What was that? Are you set to go in?
I should be.
Oh, somebody's standing over there at the cordwood cars. Okay, I guess I'll work with humanity, and
I may need a pin back there.
you got somebody back there.
Oh.
What's your next one, humanity?
I guess the
One.
tier 2 cars.
Okay,
Like-
there, Joe.
Yeah, stay there. I'll just back up and grab those.
Hang on,
Just
hang
one
on,
of
hang
those
on,
cars?
hang on. Because I gotta go pull ahead of it. Pull ahead a bit there, humanity.
It'll switch.
Oh.
If the car is a little bit on the points, then get away with it. Is it switched?
Yeah. Oh, no. What is going on with the switches today?
It's that you double clicked it. Just click it once.
Do you want this unhooked from the boxcar?
No, I want it connected to the box car and just one cordwood car connected.
And you want 2 of these?
Yeah, 2 of those. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna run a 9-car train. And when we're all done, we got to set a couple of handbrakes on these cars, I think.
Half a car?
You're taking the hopper cars with you.
Only one, I think.
You only want 1 of these?
No, 2.
Sorry. I thought you were moving.
Yeah, you got 2.
Okay, now Joe can pull out after I clear.
Okay, I'll get the switch as you pass. Now you're going into the cordwood?
Who, me?
Humanity?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, cordwood would be the last.
It's already set for you.
I actually feel like I need a caboose now.
Hey, you gotta pull forward.
I'm working on it.
Alright, I want to go down track 1.
Oh, yeah. When he passes that, you gotta get that Twitch for humanity.
Oh, just get Joe on track 1 first.
He's got Dr. Wolf.
Clear.
And then we'll connect this cordwood up to those 4 cars already back there.
I guess I'm only gonna take 1 cordwood.
Yeah. Because 1 cordwood does 2 coal hopper. Or, yeah,
Not
2
please.
iron.
Hey, humanity.
And then
Yeah.
you can disconnect the cordwood from the boxcar.
Back up a 7th of a car.
You gotta get your switch there, guys.
I'm backing up. I'm grabbing a cordwood car.
You're good.
And
Dr.
then
Wolf.
we will grab a hopper.
I think you're gonna have to wait for me to grab the cordwood.
All brakes are free.
We're leaving these cars here. Disconnect me at the boxcar. Disconnect the cordwood from the boxcar. I'm taking the boxcar with me.
I feel like I need 2 cordwood cars.
You want two?
How many hoppers
There.
you got?
Just 1.
A little more?
Yeah, one
just a-
one cordwood will do 2, or do 2 runs on the iron. Right, because it's 8 to 10,
Right.
or 4 to 10, and a cordwood is 8.
All right. Let's try with 1 first.
Yeah,
This
and that's what
car
I.
is disconnected.
You're
Okay,
just-
I gotta. He's blocking the hoppers.
Yep, I'm done. All right, I got 1 cordwood car, right?
Yeah, you got one.
Oh, you know what? I built my train wrong. You did it right. I did it wrong.
I don't know if there's a right or wrong.
Cordwood
It's sort of,
should be at the back
why?
because it's the only way you can get it into the dump spot. Or do you
No.
have one that goes over?
No, it'll reach. You can get a full train in there, yeah.
Okay.
Upped up your fuel there, humanity.
You're on the train? Because we're out of here.
Yep.
First thing we're gonna do is get 3 beams and 6 lumber. Or, yeah, 1 car full of beams.
So you're going over into the logging sawmill, right?
Yeah. Let's see how this works out. We'll make a run from here to the iron mine.
Okay.
I mean, the industries already has stuff. It would be cool to empty all the industries and start from fresh to see what happens.
Great.
And then I want need the hopper line.
I'm at the switch. I'm at the switch.
Actually, no. Tankers.
Clear.
3 cars. 2 cars. 1 car. You're past. Ah, hang on. It did it to me again. There we go. Okay. So we're loading.
1 car of
Putting on here.
1 car of beams, 1 car of lumber.
Oh, you're only
Okay.
doing 1 and 1? Oh, that's right. We're only taking 2. Good.
How many tankers?
2 tankers.
I didn't want to get wet.
Eh,
I'll put you right into the beams first.
We good?
all right.
Clear.
And now we'll back up and pick up the hopper.
Slow down. Stop. Just a little bit more.
Come back a little more.
Yeah, come back a little bit more. There you go.
Probably the first thing you should get is logs and cordwood, but we're here already. We got this stuff.
Oh,
Right? The first thing you do in the game is get logs.
yeah, but logs isn't here.
Right. Like I said, maybe tomorrow I'll empty all the industries
Set for hoppers.
except for the,
So
That way you have to go
start
get
at the
logs.
beginning.
yeah.
Bring them to the sawmill. Okay, come ahead. Half a car. Stop.
How many coal cars?
1. 1 coal, right? 1 hopper?
Yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah, 1 hopper.
Yeah, we have to go get cordwood and logs
Yeah.
next.
To the sawmill.
Right.
Lumber camp.
Yeah, the logging camp. I don't think we can make it up the switchback with this train. If the train was empty, maybe.
You don't think so?
No. We can try it.
We're going up to that one, are we?
Well, let's go to the lower one. We'll try the lower one since we want to test
Put those last 3 cars
Test
on
out
track
your
1.
new
track. Yeah, test out the new track.
Am I keeping this box car on this, or are we going to just set it off to the side?
You don't need it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm just going to set it off on one of the spurs here, and then we'll reconnect. Track 1.
You're good?
That.
Now I don't have the map, so
And then you can disconnect the tanker from the box car. And then we'll put the box car on track 2.
Clear.
where are we going? We're going to the right? Humanity?
Clear.
Are you there, humanity?
Your engineer left you.
I don't know where we're going.
That's fine right there.
I don't even hear him.
Yeah, I don't either. We good? And then we'll just reconnect to that consist there.
Going down there. We gotta go down into the smelter.
Remember, don't smack into tanker cars,
Yep.
especially with crude oil.
I don't.
Can you guys hear me now?
So where are y'all headed right now?
Can you hear me?
There we
can
go.
now.
Okay. And now.
The NVIDIA I use for the sound cancellation decided to update itself and shut my mic off.
We're heading.
You want caboose, Harley?
No.
We're going right. We're going in the right direction.
Yeah, we're going to the
I'm trying
logging
to find our
camp.
way to the logging camp.
What is it? I'd love to ride in one of those.
Oh, in a caboose? We can look up a caboose and take one.
No, we don't have any cabooses.
Oh, we don't have no caboose.
Yeah, once you guys clear the yard, we're gonna set the passenger train on its way.
Oh, that's a passenger train. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't think you want the caboose anyway.
Which logging camp are you headed to?
The lower one.
Okay, the one you just did the helix.
Yeah.
So we'll do the sawmill first.
You want to go through the bypass?
No, we can't. We have to get down to the smelter to access the line to get to the logging camp.
So you want to get over there, right? When you pass through.
We're just staying on this line all the way until we get to the logging camp spur.
you're clear.
Because you're coming up to the you are coming to the bypass.
But I don't want to bypass. I want to go down to the smelter.
Yeah, but you gotta go over the bypass to get. Right?
No,
Yeah.
the bypass is the smelter. We're just staying on this track all the way until we get down there.
This close to the. Oh, okay.
You caught up?
Are you good?
I'm thinking I gotta go down that ravine to get down there. How's your fuel?
Oh, we're good. Let me know when you guys are clear of the yard.
I am fixing to back into the sawmill.
Oh yeah? Can we pull that passenger train out?
No, give me just a second to get through the switch.
Don't you guys need someone in the engine so
Nope.
they can slow down? Okay.
Nope. We have to slow down for him.
I mean, on the curve bridge.
Now, his bridges are designed for it to maintain a certain speed.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna come down.
Is designed to run by itself. Alright, yard tracks, we're clear of the...
Okay, so we're gonna be backing down in there.
Yes, we're backing down.
Okay. I got the switch.
You're good.
You get past.
Wait. You want lumber or?
I want 1 lumber and 1 beam. So we'll start back at the beam since I overshot the lumber.
All right, I'll tell you when.
So can I pull the passenger train out now?
Yes.
Okay.
Passengers fly. Where is it? In there?
Can you,
Oh yeah, you
can you move?
put it in the thingy, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Which way you sending the passenger? I'll set your foot for you.
I got it. It can only come out one way, so it's going to be following us, basically.
It's already set.
Oh, the passenger train disconnected itself.
What?
Yeah. Sad. I don't know how it disconnected.
He said, "Nope, I'm not going." And you can't make me.
The link broke.
What is that about?
So where are we at? Guess I gotta zoom control the. Are you still in the app?
Move up.
Yeah, hey, you could take the engine. You know where we're going now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to get that passenger train going.
Come on. Yeah, it's rolling backwards. There's a little slight heel here.
Yeah, this.
I know where we're going now.
Okay. You know, since the passenger train has a boxcar on it, that could be the boxcar that we use to pick up tools.
Yeah.
Okay, move up.
Picking up the mail.
I can't believe this thing came unlinked. I wonder why.
Boxcars originally served as caboose, or were converted to cabooses originally. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the windows up. They
Stop.
cut out the windows for them.
Stop.
Okay.
Uh,
This thing should be set to go.
The railroad I model.
Right?
During World War II, they took some of their old wood boxcars from the 1920s, and they cut holes, cut windows in the side of them, and used them as temporary cabooses.
I got the controls again, Iron Eye.
Okay.
We are.
Okay. Open the door.
Fastest.
Open the door. Okay.
Door won't open for you?
I don't know.
Where's the other?
Okay.
Refinery. Logging camp.
I don't think we're gonna make it out of the hole with the beams and the lumber.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Camp you're going to.
It's a pretty heavy train we got going. It feels heavy too.
Ready.
Alright, I'm just
I'm gonna put
planning
this
my route.
switch back when we get through.
Okay. The passenger train is just entering the main line, guys.
Yep.
So be wary of your switches and the train.
That switch is back. So we're going to, which one are we going to first? Obviously cordwood.
Yeah, either one doesn't matter.
This way.
Take your pick.
We'll go down.
Matter of fact, you could take the controls, and I'm gonna go grab my burrito.
I'm trying to.
I'll be right back.
So short of waiting for you. What's our next cars? Logs. And the one after that are Portwood. We can go to the refinery. Iron mine. Where's the well, if I go to the refinery, I'll never get out of that hole.
What's a good speed to go at on this helix? Or
He doesn't
Can we
know.
both fit down there at the same time? It's. I don't know what the good speed is for that helix. You're the test bunny. You're the first train.
okay.
One that gets you to the bottom.
That was funny.
8.6. So
Oh shoot! Switch. I didn't get. Oh, I got there just in time. I need to slow up. We're about to cause them to derail.
It's a professional. It's only a professional YouTube video if you eat a burrito.
What?
Well,
Still doing a YouTube video?
I am.
what?
Yeah. Yeah, we made 2 mixed consist trains, and now we're gonna see how they work out. So this might be an interesting way to run your railroad.
Yep.
That I want to, just kind of share it with people.
Okay, you're clear of the switch. I'll change it for you too.
We're going to Cordwood first. There.
Sure. Yeah, you got the controls. I'm gonna watch you.
Can I think I can get there on this inside line.
I just don't have any sound on the engine, so
How come?
because I'm in the tools.
You haven't changed that? You haven't fixed that?
I don't have F1.
It's just a adding a setting in your INI file.
I haven't done that yet. I don't know how to do that stuff yet. Thank you.
I don't remember what the speed setting for this hill was. I think you can run full out.
If you're on the main line, you can run full out.
Yep.
And we should start picking up speed any second now.
It's only 2.75, so it won't. I'm talking about Iron Eye.
Oh, iron.
Yeah.
6.1.
No,
No, he's talking about the slope.
the slope is 2.75, so
Ooh, we're not.
we should be able to take this pretty good.
Yeah.
Are we?
I got 8%, 9% brake anyway.
Harley, tell me when you want break back here.
Alright. We shouldn't need a break for a little while.
Alright.
Because I'm running at 100% brake right now.
Well,
And for some reason I got 2% brake on my freaking tender.
18. I just want to be a little cautious going down this thing.
No wonder you're stopping on a dime.
We're going to have a lot of weight. So on our way out, we're gonna grab the smelter, yeah?
I think we're gonna go to the iron mine.
Cars to grab the smelter. Oh, you might drop off your cordwood, yeah. That would make sense. You need to go a little bit faster. I need to see how far in there you're gonna get.
Ooh.
You!
Why? Where are you?
I'm coming up on the smelter.
You're nowhere near me.
And
Doing
we can
12.
only one. I still think only one of us are gonna fit down there at a time.
Oh. You guys fit there last night, or the other day.
Yep, you can come down here.
With this
Come
many
down.
cars, we'll both fit.
How many cars you got?
2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. You just come down here. By the time we're done, you can pull into a siding on one side of the logging camp, and we can pull out.
Pull in on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we
just
did.
couldn't remember if your spurs were big enough for 8. But I guess because we were dragging a whole bunch of them yesterday.
Why am I stopping? Oh, why? Wake up, stupid. Keep the train moving.
Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna come around. We're gonna pull up just past the water tower. Down here, Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna back down the right-hand spur.
All right.
We should almost be there.
Clear.
Railroads Online should hire me as a map designer.
It took 8 minutes to get from the sawmill to here.
Is it? Excuse me.
Yeah, do the cordwood first.
Yeah. Yeah.
You passed it.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, switch is closed. Take on your thumb.
You on?
Yep, I'm on.
Come on back, 2 more cars.
Yeah. I thought the inertia was just gonna push it a little bit.
It's acting like there's a brake on.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he didn't put a white.
Right here is good.
Stopping.
I'm not sure.
Because you only need to back down.
Oh,
Yeah, pulling down ain't gonna help you. Because then
Yeah,
you
you
have
got-
to back up.
You gotta pull out. You gotta drive out. Go forward out to get up the helix.
The real railroads would back their trains up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Oh boy, is that gonna?
They do around here. These coal
They-
trains are constantly backing up.
If back when they had these cars, the ones with the air brakes, they wouldn't normally choose to do that. They would pull from the back.
Hey,
Even like Shays or some kind of geared engine. If they're going up, they would go engine first. If they were coming down, they would go engine first.
I read that they would prefer to push the train, so because the links used to break all the time.
Oh. Really? Where'd you read that?
I honestly don't remember. I think Heist said it, to be honest.
Yeah. Logging engine or logging companies would rather have a steam engine pushing than pulling, because if you push, you're not at risk of pulling a link or a coupler. But if you're
Pulling, you'll be risking the link and coupler.
yeah.
Okay. Pulling it forward.
Okay.
But again, that's logging roads, and they had grades up to 7%.
This is a logging camp you're pulling down to, though.
yeah, it was at what, 6?
The helix was 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I made up my mind a long time ago. I don't care about pushing trains because I think I also read that a lot of the railroads didn't have the place, the room to make Ys in the mountains.
Wise, and yeah.
True.
I got the switch,
Yep. I'm watching.
But
but
also had passing tracks. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, so they could put the engine on the front of the train, right?
Right.
Backing up.
Yep, run around.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, right.
Okay, why am I not moving? Brakes are all off. There we go.
Yeah, check those brakes.
Ooh, it's starting to jump.
Yep.
Oh, because I probably opened up the map, and is that why it jumped?
I'll let you know as soon as you close the map.
Oh yeah, two brakes are on, dude.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we're driving with two brakes on.
Woohoo.
Okay, map is closed.
Yep. Smoothed out.
That's messed up. That sucks. That is messed up. All right, three cars, or four.
I'm braking.
3 cars. Yep. Come on back. Come on back. Still got 2.5 cars.
Okay, this is
Keep going.
nice and smooth.
Yeah, I stopped.
What, the track work?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
It is nice and smooth. I'm watching you on screen as well.
Oh, okay. But they're about a half a car behind on screen, so
I
You-
get it off.
you got a half a car to go now?
Yeah.
Okay. Start stopping. Stop. Stop. Good. I think you got to go back a little bit more.
Want me to back up a little bit more?
Yeah, like a quarter car.
Humanity.
Yeah.
Now, most railroads like to have one passing track for both
That's good, Iron Eye. That's good.
eastbound and westbound traffic,
Right.
and that would actually be in the middle of the two lines.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it was a big deal to back down here to the logging camp. And then the other places where you back up is on the switchbacks because you don't have a choice. But everything else, it has a flow because of the 2-track main line. I hope we can get up this hill.
Okay.
It's gonna be plenty. I mean, I could add a passing siding down in this valley. I guess over the river somewhere. All right, we're full.
Yeah, I gotta wait for them to come down.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're here.
Nice. Look at that. What timing?
Moving back all the way in.
This actually looks pretty cool. Like seeing you guys come down with a mixed consist.
And we'll pull out.
Yeah,
That is kind of cool.
it is, right?
Yeah. I actually like that.
You get to go to every part of the map.
You're approaching the end of track.
Okay.
This is where your card system would work. Yeah.
So here we go.
All right.
Full tilt.
Do I need to go back more?
No, you're good. You'll just have to get your switch
No,
when you go
I
to.
was talking to my loader back there.
You're perfect, dude.
Alright.
I got it right now, but you'll have to get your switch.
Yeah, yep. I'll get it when you need it.
Look at that. It actually looks cool with all the different cars
Yep.
and all the different products on it.
You ought to see the train back in the day.
They would have all different stuff on it, right?
Right.
Yeah, the early trains were always mixed concepts. It wasn't until probably what, mid 70s that they started dedicating trains to
No.
a particular.
Oh yeah. Because after the invention of container trains,
Yeah.
I mean, they had both container trains, and, but still they did have a mix of freight. Mix of freight trains.
Yeah. But usually your nowadays the mixed freight trains just go from yard to yard.
Yeah. Well,
They don't go to
no.
a. No, they go to the industry still.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll see what is it? A mixed freight come through where I live.
Go full speed, Iron Eye.
I am.
Uh-oh.
And the Union Pacific has what they call the Unified Local.
I think we'll make it. We've been on 2.75 for a little bit already. I think we're good. If these tankers and the hopper were full, it wouldn't happen.
No.
Seems like it's gonna do it, right?
Did you fall off?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you teleport?
No, I can't.
You can go into the fly mode.
Yeah, you have to go into a fly mode.
Okay. I'm here. I'm back on.
Alright.
Can you not stop still?
Oh, I can stop, yeah.
Okay, come on back.
I think I can get up to speed.
Because I switched it for you.
Switched what? Oh, that's right, I gotta get cordwood. Dude, I
No
was out of
log.
here.
Wait, you pulled into the cordwood first.
Yeah, I already got cordwood. Oh, yeah.
Logs, man,
Logs. I
logs.
gotta get logs.
Okay.
Joe, when you pull out of the log part,
Yeah.
you want to be full tilt,
Full tilt.
Why?
100% rag
Why?
to get up.
How come?
Well, starting way back here ain't gonna change the fact that the speed's gonna be the same.
Okay. Oh, we made it. We made it up to Helix, no problem.
We made it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Full
know.
tilt. Right from there, full tilt.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't have to be up at. I just have to be at 100% before I get to the helix, the top speed. It don't take that long to get up to top speed.
I was just giving her.
Oh, I'll probably just give her 2. It's not absolutely necessary to start full speed way back here.
So we're gonna drop off our cordwood, right?
Okay, start slow.
We could. I gotta open up my map, guys.
Yep,
Did it lag out?
not yet.
Okay.
Just slow speed.
All right. Cool. I want to see where the passenger train is. Passenger train is coming. Oh, we'll be all right. We have to wait for it. We're gonna have to wait for it to pass us.
So you want me to slow down?
No, we just can't pull. We can pull out. I got the switch already.
Yeah.
But we can't back up and deliver the cordwood until the passenger train passes us.
Because he's on that line.
Right.
Okay, you are good.
Or you know what we should do though, Iron Eye? Instead of pulling in there now, we should do, right up to the iron mine and come down and do both deliveries at the same time.
That too.
Let's do her.
Yeah.
Just circle straight up and then catch it on the way back down the hill.
Finding new ways to operate.
Let's do her. All the way. I'm game for that.
Where's the iron mine at?
At the top of the hill.
That's
Above you?
Yeah.
It's right above you.
Yeah, right above me. I'm trying to.
So if you want
Yeah,
to
so
feel
we'll
really,
go straight out. Yeah.
if you had your Wheaties, you could throw your beams and your lumber up there.
I just checking how to get there from here up through the loop, through the canyon and out, and then catch. You don't have a switch to get over there.
To get over where?
When you get to the switches, you have to back over. Right? No.
No, you just pull straight out and keep going right to the iron mine. We should be passing the passenger train soon.
Iron mine is.
Sorry about that.
That's the logging camp. What's that? I need to back up?
No.
There she is.
Sorry about that.
Oh, keep it 100%. 100% right here. This is 3% right here. This is steeper than the helix.
Yeah.
And
I have to rework this part.
talked with his wife twice before.
I feel it slowing down.
I got the sand on.
You don't need it.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
We're good?
Make your movement forward.
Once you come around this next bend, will be past the 3%. If we made it up this, we'll make it all the way.
Yeah.
I think that.
I'm entering the bridge right now.
Yeah.
Do I have fire.
Did you know?
I have to rework this whole section anyway. It's ugly. And it's got a bad grade, too steep of a grade. This is an awesome horseshoe curve in here.
It is.
I'm riding the back of the train. I could see the front of the train.
No, I can see it.
So then if you wanted to make this even a little more interesting, after the spline update, you could run 2 locos and double up all the cars.
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh, we're getting popcorn.
Yeah, I don't know why. I got like bad frame rate right now too.
Somebody bring out the butter.
Yeah,
I don't have popcorn.
might be because I don't know why. This stupid thing here.
Yeah, I'm doing the jumpies.
I don't know.
26 minutes to to run that. Make sure we ain't got no brakes. Check that Tinder. Make sure I didn't leave the brakes on it.
You did, but I turned them off. Yay! Oh, you say yay! It's jumping less.
Oh, somebody threw the switch, and the passenger train crashed into the smelter.
What?
What?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how the hell that switch got thrown.
Hmm.
Where is it?
it ran off the end. I guess I don't have a stop right here.
Okay, well. I'll proceed on, I guess.
Yeah, I'll catch up to you.
Okay.
Just get this sucker back on. If it lets me.
You're buried cab deep.
Who, me?
No, the passenger train.
That was a pretty bad incident there.
Yeah.
You might want to call out the NTBS
And-
for that one.
Yeah.
And TSB.
What's weird is I don't think
TSB?
I have no idea who left this.
Station board. Safety board.
Safety. Board.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I have no idea who left this open like this.
I don't.
Nobody was in there yet.
The last one to use this might have been me when we were all playing together on it.
Yeah.
Could have been me. I had the Heisler with all the cordwood. I meant to check all the switches too.
Do you
Like
have
that?
that thing floored?
Yeah, we're
I
at
checked all of
100%.
them and they were running. They were all good.
When was that? The last time we were here, right?
Max speed.
Yeah.
This is where you say, "I'm giving her all she's got, Captain."
Captain. And then some.
Okay, Scotty.
No rivers.
Where are you guys on the map right now?
We're coming up to the smelter,
Which
Okay.
coming up out of
out of the
Yeah.
logging camp.
Okay. I'll probably see you guys.
Yep.
engineer. Sound your warning. Surprised you knew that.
Alright, might as well fill this sucker up.
Cross piece in the middle of nowhere.
I've come across a couple of those.
You mean the one by the smelter?
Nope.
The ironworks?
It's on the peak of the hill.
Oh,
Hey, are you guys blocking us, or did you get out of the...
that's when I was building the bridges, yeah.
Halfway to the.
Oh, I missed going over the arch bridge. That sucks.
See you drop down there.
And we're coming out.
Okay,
You're
and,
going straight on right there with
Yep.
that passenger train.
Yeah, you're just gonna keep going straight. If you just stay on that line, then you'll go right to the iron mine.
Got it.
We're full speed right now?
Yeah, we are.
Wow.
I'm at max speed.
It's a little bit of a struggle getting up this hill.
Oh yeah. And these locals have got to work for their fuel.
And to think that I'm gonna build a map that will only run a quarter.
Only run a quarter.
Yep.
what's your arrangement?
Sorry.
This is the first time we're ever trying consist trains.
No. What wheel arrangement of order?
Oh,
The first one. Betsy.
yeah, Betsy.
That's it. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and build an entire map from start to end with just quarter.
1.5 or less.
I'm gonna try.
Gonna have to be less though for the
For the mines.
oil and cordwood.
So right now with the map that I just built, it's got I can run from the spawning area
Yep.
to the logging camp to the sawmill with 11 cars, no problem.
The only thing, it'll be a long, windy trip to the iron mine to keep it at a low gradient.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm prepared for that.
You'll have to use that whole canyon.
But I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Oh, I would. I'm trying to keep mine at 1.5 or less.
Luck.
It can be done.
Yeah. See, I'm not concerned about long runs. I prefer them.
Yeah.
I would prefer to wind, start on one side of the canyon, wind around to the other side, loop back, and then come up.
Are we going around the loop and coming back out? Humanity?
Yeah, we gotta back in there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've been up here, I almost forgot.
Well,
Is-
it ensures that you hit every industry on every run. You won't go a week and forget how to get to an industry.
Right. And it kind of makes it like if we're doing multiplayer, it might make it more interesting for everyone.
Yeah, just like when we both were down at the logging camp.
We should try it on the mini map, but we're only got 4-car trains.
Yeah.
Then we would really collide with each other. If we're all going to the same industries,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
You would definitely need sightings.
So
Or
we're gonna be
bigger
pulling
yards,
back out and then back in.
Yeah.
you know, so that the trains could get off the main line to not interfere with the passengers.
It ought to make for some interesting operation.
It should.
Well,
So do you have a layout there, Dr. Wolfenstein?
Frankenstein.
Well, I have a little switching for my switching layout for my HO, and I have a
Brake. Heavy brake.
2-foot by 4-foot
Full brake.
end scale.
yeah. Already on it.
Yeah, I did the Central Midland,
Back up. Full reg.
which is I think 8 by 12,
Yeah.
and
Woo, come on, you
as
old
my
girl.
career required me to move around, I got tired of putting it up and taking it down. And
No.
then as the kids got older, they took up more and more space. Now my garage is packed, so it's in a box.
Coming back.
Someday I'll put it back up.
What is that? The Woodland Scenics one, or
Well, I got the layout out of
Model Railroader?
7 Easy Step layout.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Now you can downsize that for inch scale.
Can you?
Yeah.
What's your opinion of Z-scale? Dr. Wolfenstein.
Well, it's not the tiniest anymore.
It's not?
Nope.
What is the tiniest? You better hit the brakes hard.
I got him on.
T scale. T scale.
P? Like Peter?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
It's fairly new. It's been around since 2010.
Okay.
They're now getting into the American market. There is 3 sets you can get. The more you want, the more expensive it's going to be.
Right.
You know.
Because I was thinking of making a coffee table train set.
Inside a coffee table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can still get away with N scale.
I don't know.
I would get.
I mean, like you can make a switching one.
Well, if you know how to do it right, you can use N scale.
Right.
I would use Cato track though.
Okay.
Because for N scale, that's the best, right?
What's the minimum radius for N scale?
Cato has this. It's called CV.
Back up, Iron Eye. Or stop.
And that's the tightest you can go with Cato in N scale.
Just stay right there. You're good. I'm sorry. What was the rate? What radius?
I think CV, the CV stuff is like, what is it? 4 inches?
Really?
Yeah.
That's tight.
But no, I take that back. It's 6 inches.
That's still tight. So you need 12 inches to make a complete 180 turn.
Right.
Right.
Well, no. You need a whole 6 inches.
Let's go. Let's get.
Right, sure, a whole 180 degree
Oh, that's nothing.
Just 4 curves, and that's it.
Maybe I should do like NN30 or something. N30.
And then was it N? You mean N?
N30. Yeah, N30, yeah. Or N3, right? So it's N scale track, but it's narrow gauge.
Do you mean HON30?
Is it HO? Yeah, it's HON30.
You could. What is it? It's tricked. I think that it is that sells that stuff. The NN30 or the HON30.
Right. Get a little porter and those little short cars. Put them on N scale track. That would be pretty cool.
Thing is, you have to special order that stuff from Germany. Yeah, they made that stuff back and it was here in the U.S. for about like 10 years. I want to say back in the early 2000s. Okay, shut up.
Hey,
That is cool.
there we go. We both like turn and look at each other.
That is cool.
I could have unloaded your train as we were passing.
You could have.
Oops, sorry. Cut a strap. So we always seem to have like half a train full and half a train empty doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we go to start, we start at the yard. We got to go all the way to the logging camp. Pick up logs before we pick up anything else.
Right.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, right now we should go to the smelter.
But when we go to start this with a whole group of people,
Right.
we're empty. Everything is empty. Go to the logging camp. Pick up logs. That's going to be chaotic.
So you see now, this is where it gets tricky. What is our next move after we go to the smelter?
We're going to go, because we got to go back to the logging camp.
Yeah, I would say we don't pick up raw iron and rails yet. Oh, we could pick up rails and bring them to the coal mine.
Gold mine, yeah.
Um.
And grab coal,
Right.
because the ironworks on our way by to grab more logs.
We can't grab any pipe because we have logs on the train.
You did one back in, right?
But on our way by, we could drop the coal off.
On our way back, yeah.
Yeah. Because then on the way by, because what else? You got to take beams to there, isn't it?
Right. So we pick up one car of rails.
And then the other car, we pick up whatever wood it is required.
Yeah. The coal mine might not even need any rails or beams. I got to look and see what's there. I'm not even sure I've delivered too much up there, really.
Why am I losing pressure?
You not keeping the fire up? I'm not keeping the fire up.
I got it going. I've got lots.
Yeah, but when did you add them?
Just as we left there.
We're good.
Yeah. I don't know. We got water?
Yeah.
I don't know. The tender is pretty empty. We could actually fill this tender up. Don't know why you lost pressure there.
I don't know.
Maybe because you were going over the bridge that was so awesome? The bridge slowed us down.
Yeah, the bridge. Now we gotta drop off. Or
So yeah, let me check the amounts at the coal mine.
we're going down into the.
Oh yeah, we could bring a car full of rails and some
Beams and lumber.
and beams. There's no coal up there at all. So
So we gotta bring up some.
So forward or backwards?
see, this is an issue. I think we need more than 3 beams to make a full.
Full stack. But remember, they're
Mhm.
coming up behind us, right?
Right.
Let me see if they follow us. A coal mine, 1 rail and 2 beam equals 10 coal. So
Back up.
yeah, we can make a full car.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be able to make a full car.
Yeah, but if you guys come up to the coal mine, you don't need to bring rail. You could just bring beams.
More?
But we're bringing up both, right?
Yeah, we'll bring up some the first load of rail.
Okay, back up, please.
Are you 100%?
Yeah.
Why is it going so slow?
I don't know.
Something's wrong with this thing.
I've got fuel and I've got 130 boiler pressure.
It feels like there's a brake on.
Yeah. I got a curious question.
I might have a.
On the F thing, it says they're showing air brake pressure.
You have your brakes are on your engine. You're running full brake on your engine right now. Now it's off. It's free. Oh, we could take the bypass, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And where is the? Yep. I don't know where the passenger train is though. I'm winging it here.
Okay.
Let's see.
I can tell you that right now.
Let me find it.
Oil field?
It is at the oil field. We're good.
Good.
We are good. Which one is us? Is this us? Yeah, that's us.
Smelter.
Yep. So
Coal mine.
we could actually stay on the left-hand side because we're going to the sawmill next, right?
Smelter. We're dropping off
The logs.
iron.
Oh no.
We're dropping off the iron. And
Well, so we don't use the bypass. We got to go down into this. I got confused. We want to go down into the smelter.
right. We gotta drop off the iron ore and the cord. Oh, yeah, the cordwood.
This is new and different, Savage. It's kind of like making me think a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of thinking.
Right,
Like, where do I go next?
right.
And that's what sucks about being the lead train.
Well, even if you're following us, like, the next load is going to be slightly different. Because you're going to bring just beams to the coal mine where we're bringing rail and beam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, because if we both take rails, pretty soon you're gonna overflow on rails. You're gonna
Yeah.
have more rails up there than you can handle.
So what I think what I'll do is tomorrow, I'm going to number all the cars, hopefully, beforehand. I'm going to put all the trains back together as unit trains, and everyone is going to get a consist
Yep.
to make up. So you're going to have to grab an engine, make up your consist like this, and then start making deliveries.
So would the train, the engine,
Yeah, but
go to the cars? You have to pick a certain car. That
Yeah.
goes to that engine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it would normally work. Yeah.
Yeah.
A locomotive would be signed to a set of cars.
Yeah.
no, not really. There would be a caboose assigned to a locomotive
Yep.
in that locomotive.
Well, that's true,
caboose.
and then the
Or
engineers assigned a consist.
Yeah. Normally they would be assigned a consist to go somewhere.
Yep.
There's a switch thrown down here.
Is there?
Yeah.
I ain't throwing any switches.
No. Yeah. Look at that.
I just fixed it.
Oh, I put it back. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Okay. All right. We're good. Yeah. That was gonna be a derail.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome if you were going down the logging road, or the logging train right now as we were going over this.
Yeah, that would look cool, right?
You know,
And you know what? If we run trains like this and there's 4 of us running trains, yeah,
or later. Yep.
you'll run into that.
Yeah.
What is it? I can always go get the Heisler and hop on the log train.
No, I'm good. I'm good for like another half an hour. Then I have to hit the sack. Got another big day tomorrow.
So can we unload on both sides?
Yes, I didn't think about that. So we need to be on the other track then. No, we're on the right track. Let's unload first. Then we got to back up and get on the other track. So just keep going forward. You need regulator.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it's uphill though.
Oh yeah. Right. I got it.
Can do it
Who can do it?
all night long.
Night long.
But you couldn't drop the pole off on one side and then pull up and drop the.
Yeah. Or we could just do it the right way.
So
Yep.
we're leaving the smelter empty. Yes.
You don't have logs?
Yeah, I have logs.
So you're gonna have logs when you leave the smelter.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm not picking up anything when I'm in the smelter. I'm just dropping off and then moving on.
Well, let's see. Where does raw iron go?
I could pick up raw iron for the oil field.
Raw iron doesn't go to the oil field. Raw,
The ironworks.
right. So you're not really heading that way though.
Right, I'm doing coal.
Right.
Would be my next stop. And that would take away the car for beams. Well, I could do a car of raw iron,
Back up.
pick up a car of
You want me to back up?
Yep.
beams.
We got to get on the other track. Yeah, you could almost go. You could almost go to the sawmill next. Drop off the logs. Pick up lumber for the ironworks, then pick up pipe. Or pick up raw iron on your way to there. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. You could take a different route than us. It doesn't have to be the same route.
We need to stay on this line.
Passenger train is probably still far away. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time, but it is coming this way.
That would have to be like written out.
That makes it too easy. Okay, go forward.
How about,
But it should be. You're right though. It should be written out. What?
So you know what everybody's doing at each industry.
Right. Well, I don't even know. I haven't figured it out in my head.
Yeah.
So I gotta.
What these runs we're supposed to do is
Yeah.
figure out the flow.
Right. And then it should end with all of us putting the oil cars together and doing an oil run
All run.
and then play with the roller coaster.
Yep. Because so like every other train should be. How many trains are there total?
Well, we'll do 4 trains.
Okay, so 4 trains. So every other train is doing a rail pickup, right?
Probably not. Probably because it's 1 rail for 3 beams.
Oh no, then no.
Yeah.
That's 10 rails. So one's doing rail.
One rail for 2 beam. So there's 10 rails on a car.
Yeah.
So that means you got to do 30. You need 7 cars of beams.
2, 4, and we would get 6 plus the one part taking the rail would take the 7.
Yeah, like every 4th train would take a car to rails up there. All right, go ahead, pull forward,
All right.
and we'll pick up the rails.
So we need to go. We're going into the smelter. Oh, we're good. Keep rolling. Oh. It's the other side that.
This could be my next puzzle.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll just give them the whole map and tell them what they got to do with the make this train up, do these deliveries in this order. But it would be a multiplayer puzzle, I think.
Yeah.
So we want to go in here. We want the inside line.
Are we picking up 2 cars full of this stuff?
No, one car full of rail, and then we got to go get some beams. After this, we go to the sawmill.
I think I went down the wrong line.
Here come the passenger train.
Do we need to switch the switch here first?
Yeah, you need to put that back on the main line.
Are you going in the cordwood side first?
No, I went into the ironwood.
Yeah.
First.
All right, stop.
Stop it.
Good.
I'll stop.
Because I could have done it on the cordwood side. I could have done both of them on that one line.
Yeah. Yep.
But I messed up. And missed the switch.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Is that passenger train yet?
I might empty all the industries before we do this, and that'll.
This here.
What's that?
Yeah, that would be a good idea, humanity. That way we start refreshed.
And we see.
Go to a logging camp,
Oh, never
get
mind.
logs, get
Yeah.
lumber, and
I
beams.
unloaded the iron ore, right?
Yep. Now I need to back up so I can get on the other line. But I don't know where that passenger train.
Well, we're right there still.
Passenger train is up above us.
Oh, he's on the outside line.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming down into this valley though.
We just need to back out.
Okay, you are clear.
How many does that thing take?
10 rails. That burrito made me thirsty.
Yeah. We had egg sandwiches for dinner. Something light and easy.
This took a while. I think if we, yeah,
I left the sawmill.
I think if we start fresh with all the industries at 0, and then we have to make our trains, put our trains together, then start making the deliveries, we could probably make 2 complete laps. The only one I'm going to leave full will be the oil barrels. Okay, we're good. We can back out. Because at the end of the last run, we want to bring the 6.
Are we on the same track? Or are you on the lower track?
We're on the lower track.
Okay.
Oh, are you guys backing out?
Yeah.
I'll set you up.
Passenger train?
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's right outside here.
Yeah, we're coming out and then we're going forward, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to continue on to the sawmill. Look at this. This is crazy.
Okay, you guys are clear. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Oh, you got our switches? Very good. Nice.
You're gonna need there, Mr. Wolfenstein.
If the spline update fixes all the stuff where we could have multiple, more trains, what I'll put 2 or 3 passenger trains going.
Yeah.
That'll add to it.
Sir.
Alright, we gotta back out. And we're going to the sawmill.
We got to pull forward. Iron Eye,
Yep.
go ahead. You got to wait until we clear the switch.
Yep. Maybe.
I'll get your switch for you.
Y'all are headed for the
Sawmill.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, right now we're just mirroring each other because we both started at the same time.
Yep, yep. The only difference is I'm not picking up anything here.
Right. Okay, oh! Iron Eye, stop. I threw that switch a little too soon.
Oh no!
Oh, brakes.
You're good. Alright, back up.
Okay, we're clear, dude.
Alright, slow down.
3 whistles.
Okay, go forward.
Is it 3?
Go forward, quickly.
I am.
Full brakes, full forward. Full brakes, full forward. Dr. Wolfenstein, stop the train. I should have threw a handbrake on. That was my bad. I'm not a good brakeman.
That was interesting. All I see is the last car fly up in the air. I'm like, what the?
I could swear that car was clear.
Oh, too much.
That's
too
okay. It's
soon.
Thursday evening.
Yeah. Oh, I had a long ass day anyway. My brain, I got half a brain right now. Alright. I removed a HVAC unit that was in the basement, and it was a vertical, it was standing up, so it's sitting on a plenum box. Apparently, when they built the house, they set this unit first before they poured the concrete slab in the basement. So when I pulled the unit out, there was just a hole in the slab. So I was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!" So I told the owner, I said, "This is our chance to fix it." So that put a grinding halt to the momentum I had. Now I got to go back tomorrow and do cement work. In 40 years, I've never seen that. And they did it on the furnace, the boiler, and the water heater. There's 3 holes in the slab.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There for a minute, Humanities was just standing in the middle of the track. I thought I was gonna have to run him over.
I'm on my train.
Yeah, he's standing on the middle of the train.
Yeah.
Because the engine is
Yeah.
a lot quieter over here.
Your lights and your whistle
Oh, right.
and your.
It's out of render distance.
Joe, it's
Yo.
two. It's 2 for starting out from the stop going forward.
Yeah.
3 for starting out for the stop going reverse. The signal you're gonna stop, it's 2.
Yeah.
When you're stopped, when you're fully stopped, it's 1.
Ah. See, I always thought backing up was 1.
Uh-uh.
I'm doing it at 3. When I go to reverse. This is what you guys have been saying to do.
Yeah, 3 for reverse, 2 for forward.
Yeah, and when
When you're fully stopped,
you hit 1.
it's 1.
Yeah.
And it's just lay on the whistle when it's oh shit.
Right.
Yeah. We know you do that a lot.
Hey, it wouldn't be fun if I didn't have to hit the oh shit bar at least once.
Joe's hanging onto the side of the old shit bar and you see the train flying off the track.
It would be the reverser.
Yes. Reverser and full
So
rig.
we're going to the lumber yard, sawmill.
Sawmill.
Then we're gonna have an empty train pretty well. Right?
Yeah.
Humanity? We're grabbing beams now.
Yeah, we'll have beams, and we have the rail.
Yeah.
So at no point should the train ever be empty.
That way you can keep a steady movement.
Yep.
Yeah, a product is always being moved. Yeah.
You're always making money then.
I don't think this is an efficient way of doing things, but it is fun.
Well, it's a good way of making money.
If you want to do it, you know how the railroads do it. What you would do is that you would take, tube everything, then drop off the full and pick up the empties.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you
But
can
that
just
requires yards, and you don't have any yards.
Right. That's the way Joe does it. When the spline update happens, then I'll have the yards and all that.
Okay.
But you see the problem with that? So that's cool and everything, but then one person has to sit there and work a yard.
Yep.
Yeah. That's not exciting.
And
Yeah.
That's what my
Yeah.
porters do, is just switch the yards, or yard switching.
Yep.
None of my big locomotives switch cars, or empty cars, or load cars. They just move them from point A to point B.
Now, when they do the final update with all the locomotives, well, as they progress,
Yeah.
what you would do is retire the old ones
Yep.
and use the bigger like this 280. Forever to take these and use them as switch engines.
Yep.
Right. But by then we'll have a whole different map and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're probably not gonna. Once that new map comes out, we're probably not gonna play with this one at all.
We'll just build a new one.
Yeah.
I would really like it if they implemented this map to that one.
I don't think it's.
No.
Off to the side, like, you know, you got to cross over into that map to bring a load of iron over.
That could be interesting.
You know what I mean?
I think the new. Yeah, one person could work multiple yards. Savage says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have a couple of switches.
But that person gets stuck loading all the time.
Well, yeah, but he only does it for like one episode. The next time he doesn't do a yard, he does a train.
Yeah.
And somebody else works the yard.
Unless we decide to punish him.
Yes, and then he works.
Oh, we're gonna back up into this.
Yep. I just gotta get across
You're good. Start slowing down.
So when you leave here, you're going where?
You're clear.
Where are you at? Okay, I see you.
I was gonna say the new map is supposed to be 4 times as big as this.
Yeah.
That's a big map.
I'm back.
Hey, Seth.
All right. Because I got so when you leave
That back switch isn't set.
Oh no.
When you leave the sawmill, where are you headed? To the coal mine, right?
Where are we going with the...
We could drop off the logs first. I got it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
I forgot we could do that.
Hey, what are we gonna do? Because we gotta make a decision now. That train is coming out.
We need to get over. Is he coming up behind us?
I like the sense of urgency. The sense of urgency.
We need to switch over to the inside lane and then back up.
That's funny, Savage.
Sawmill. So yeah, release.
It's released.
Yep. We need to do the same thing they just did.
We need to start taking a shower.
This map will become the mini map when the new map comes out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god, what is... Why can't I get up on this car? There we go. Keep going, keep going.
I am.
Okay, half a car. Oh, yeah, this place needs some logs. What do you know? Speed is perfect. Did you guys join my company when you were...
I did.
I didn't. Was I supposed to?
It'd be nice, right? I should zero out my dollars, too. I should zero everything out for tomorrow.
Yep.
Alright, let's pull forward.
We switching in here?
Yes. Are y'all coming out of there?
Yep.
Well, we're gonna back up and pick some beams up.
Okay.
So we're not completely coming out.
I think I can get in there a little ways. Where's the passenger train?
We're
Zipping
gonna
right
go
behind us.
We're gonna go to the right up here.
The passenger train is... Passenger train is...
No, we're in the white.
Yeah, but you're on the left side of the way.
Oh yeah.
Just back in.
Yeah, well, we're gonna pull on the right side of the Y.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
No,
Oh.
we're going.
Just stop before you get to the switch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching for it.
The passenger train is all the way by the iron mine, so you don't have to worry about it. Matter of fact, pull forward Iron Eye and then let these guys.
Go to where we were.
Yeah, we could swap positions.
I got this. I got our switch.
Okay.
Are we clear?
No, not yet.
I could always do what humanity just did.
You're clear now.
Yeah, see, stuff like this where y'all are pulling in and we're backing in requires coordination and communication. What the?
And someone who is familiar with railroad practices, right?
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Wolfenstein, would you happen to have blueprints for a porter?
No, I don't have any blueprints like that. Try the Denver Public Library.
Who? Which one?
The Denver Public.
Oh yeah. Yeah? Okay. Online?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say after this next move, I think I have to call it.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to keep playing too, but
Well, this gives me an empty train.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have right, you don't have anything, that's right.
Right, because I would be picking up beams
Right.
now.
Okay. But whatever, I'll leave this train.
I'll just put this one back in the yard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll have enough time to set everything up tomorrow before we start.
I probably won't be able to get on because. Oh shoot! I didn't set it to his. Company.
Okay, stop, Iron Eye.
Yep.
Another half a car.
Which way do we want to go again?
We want to go back into the yards.
So
we're gonna put it on.
Right there.
We're just gonna put it on track 1.
Perfect.
Well, no, we can. We'll put
Wait.
it on track 3.
Oh, you know what? I'll just take my save, my last save that I put in Discord, and then all the trains will be the way we started tonight.
Yep.
Then all I got to do is go into Minizerg or
There's cars in track 3, right?
Right, but we should still be able to fit. There should be enough room for us to fit.
okay.
Go on track 1 because he's gonna use a different save anyway.
Yeah, you guys can just leave it right there. You don't even have to.
So where we put this doesn't really matter.
Right.
Okay.
We leaving this here?
Yeah, just leave it here. I'm gonna save this save anyway and put it in the Discord. Yeah. Can you hear me?
He lost his mic again, I think.
What the fuck is going on?
But I ought to keep a counter how many times he loses his mic.
He loses his.
Why am I? Can you guys hear me?
Down and restart it.
Can you hear me?
Oh no.
I don't know why everybody was like, hey, there's no game sound, no voice.
No, because then I wouldn't get anything.
Hello, 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2.
Headphone mic. What? He's muted.
I'm not.
What?
Yeah.
He's
It's working on stream, but it's not working in Discord. It was working on stream, but not Discord.
oh.
My NVIDIA thing updated in the middle of all this. That's what happened.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Yeah, let's leave this train here. I'm gonna save this save.
Yeah.
So if we want to pick it up,
How much space we got back there? Because I can't see
Good.
the other cars.
You're good. You're good.
All
You
right.
got like 3 cars left.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
yeah, I'll save this save, and then I could take the previous save that I have in Discord for tomorrow. All the cars will be in order. I just got to number them, and then make up. We got to make up a list of who gets what.
Yep.
Yeah. But it doesn't, you're gonna, if we have like,
1 car.
Well, we can only do 4 trains.
We there?
A little bit
4
more.
trains,
Yeah,
that would be 8 people.
Yeah.
Well, and one person can do a train, you know. So yeah, you could do a train by yourself, you know.
Oh yeah.
What time are you
Yeah.
getting on?
But I was thinking if we were gonna play it like we have been.
Right. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what time. I'm gonna shoot for 5, but it may be 6 Eastern.
Good.
You know, it all depends. I gotta finish this job I'm on tomorrow, so
I think we're good right there.
if I'm gonna be late or something, I'll put a little note in Discord. Because it's just us. It's me, Joe.
I'm here.
Yeah, everyone here in Savage. Yeah. I don't know who else is gonna join us tomorrow, but if we have 4 engineers and anybody else joins, they'll just become a brakeman. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can. It'll be at 3 o'clock for me, so I can get on.
Okay.
Wait, maybe not.
Whatever. We're here.
Yeah, we'll be here.
We'll be here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
So
always here.
I do have to get another engine from the spawn yard to make the 4th train.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get another Heisler.
Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it?
Make what?
The next locomotive.
Why? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna call it my railroad.
My railroad. All right. So if you join us and you're gonna engineer your own train, you can go and get your own loco. That's what Preston did. He wanted his loco to have his railroad's name on it.
Yeah. There's a bell here.
Where's the spawn yard?
Where it normally is.
Really? You don't know where the spawn yard is? You can't move that, so it's in the regular location.
yeah.
But you can drive. There is a track that connects all this. It's like
Did somebody shut down the?
yeah.
No.
No, I never shut it down.
Is it over in this 1 yard right here?
It's that one out there where there's nothing but a bunch of stub tracks.
Okay.
I think, isn't that it? Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna use the Chia myself.
Oh no, it isn't.
Well, don't buy it now. You'd have to do it tomorrow because I'm not using the save tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you building over here
Oh, well, where?
with all these stub tracks? It's like he was building a big old yard.
Well, this map started life as my test map.
Oh.
So I had all the trains and all those grades and everything.
Yep.
Because I couldn't when I made this map, there was no treeinator, and I couldn't find. No one had the blank map with the no trees, so I just took my test map and I deleted a bunch of stuff and started from there. And then since those yards were there and they're not hurting nothing, I just left them there. Right, it is. They are pretty good sized yards and functional. But if I ever decide to expand this, like once the spline update comes out and the trains go faster, maybe I'll expand this whole map to the other side as well.
I hope these switch stands
Yeah,
are shorter
or something, right? Yeah.
because when you do a side by side, a parallel track,
Yeah, you can.
put the switch stand in the middle.
Right. Hopefully.
So it makes it whenever you're doing a yard. If I wanted to put a turnout off of this one onto this one, you can't put a switch in here anymore.
Right. That's.
It interferes with the track next to it.
I know.
these are modeled after the harp switch stand. The guy who invented it, his last name
Yeah.
was actually Harp.
Yeah. They just need to be a little bit short, just a little bit.
Actually, they're fine because I've actually seen a three-way harp
Yeah.
where you know all three positions works.
Yeah, I know, but if I want to put a switch here to switch over to this track, then I can't because the switch stand will interfere with this track
Uh,
because it sticks all the way over to the rail.
Jesus.
All right, guys.
Well, that was only an hour and a half of train driving.
That was fun, though, right?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'll save this game the way it is, and then tomorrow night we'll start with it.
Just make my parallel tracks are cross track apart, Savage.
2 cross ties.
Still too close.
2 cross ties apart.
Oh, 2 cross ties.
Yeah, it has to be 2
Ah.
Yeah.
to get past them.
Then that changes the connection numbers.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching.